So it is time to spring forward, and I don't know where you are, but it doesn't look anything like spring outside my house. It is another snow day in March, but it is time for us to spring forward and plan our DIY maintenance tasks for the spring. And like always, what I do here at HipChicks is about saving you money, stress, and time taking care of your home. So make sure you subscribe because I don't want you to miss all the other content that we have coming up. But I want to make sure that you get these 7 simple DIY tasks that you can start doing this week. 1 a day, that's it. Some of them will take you less than 5 minutes, and you will get a jump start on making sure that your home is ready for the spring. So let's move forward. The first task is to flip your mattress. Now, it may have been a long time since you've done this, but it is important because it adds life to your mattress, that you get more even wear. And while you're at it, you want to get out the vacuum and you want to get up all of the dust mites that are living in your bed and make sure that you can sleep well because you've just lost an hour of sleep. O is for organize the medicine cabinet and your emergency kit. Now, some of you might be like, emergency kit? I don't even have one. If you don't have one, think about making one. So first, go through your medicine cabinet. This is the time to get rid of all of the medications that are expired. Contact your pharmacy and see where you can do a drop-off of things that need to be taken back to the pharmacy for safe disposal. And definitely put together that emergency supply kit. Do you have, all of the things that you might need for 3 days in case the spring storms come and knock out your power? Every year I put out these tips, I change them up a little bit, and this year for R, we have replace the toilet brush. Yeah, you might be thinking, really? Well, when was the last time you did replace that toilet brush? Think about it. It does a nasty job. You rinse it off and then it sits in its own moisture in a little cup in the corner. Perfect environment for mold and bacteria to keep on growing. So invest in a new toilet brush for $10 and throw out the old one and you'll have a fresh bowl for the fresh start to spring. W is for water main. This is my #1 homeowner tip that everybody has to know. 1, make sure you know where your water main is. If you don't know where it is, talk to somebody who can help you find it in your house. It should be in your basement, a garage, possibly a crawl space, or a utility closet. And this is where the water comes into your house, either from the public water supply or from a well. And there is a valve, and that stops all the water flow from coming into your house. So if there is a massive leak inside, you can stop more water from entering. So it is imperative that everybody in the house knows where it is and how to turn it off. Now, the reason I tell you to do this in the spring as part of our maintenance is that sometimes the handle can be corroded because of mineral deposits. So you want to make sure that it is not corroded so much that you can't turn that handle if the poo hits the fan and you have a leak somewhere. So make sure that twice a year, spring and fall, you turn the handle off, wait a few seconds and turn the handle back on. If you see any dripping or any hesitation in the handle, it might be time to bring in a plumber to replace that valve because that is your best defense on a massive flood inside your house. Oh, and like I said, any adults in that house that could be left alone, even your 14-year-old kids after school, make sure that everybody knows where it is and how to shut it off. A is for air filter. If you have forced air heating and cooling in your house, you have a filter system. So that means that that filter needs to be changed every 3 months. And I know a lot of you haven't changed it in a year, maybe even longer, because I've been in people's homes and we've discussed this and they don't even know where it is. So you want to change that air filter. If you don't know where it is or how to change it in your unit, make sure that you get the manufacturer information off the side of your HVAC, that's your furnace, and contact them, reach out and get instructions. It's super easy. Every 3 months unless otherwise indicated by your manual. Oh, and make sure you put it in the right way because you want it to go with the arrows facing in the direction of the airflow. R is for replace the batteries in your smoke detectors and your CO detector. This, of course, is the most important thing that we hear every spring and fall. But I want you to remember that it's not just changing the batteries in your detectors. Every 10 years, you need to change the detectors themselves, okay? Every 10 years. So if that little guy's chirping at you and you change the batteries and he's still chirping, it means it's time for him to be replaced altogether. So if you want to learn more about that, I have a great blog post that breaks it all down. You can click up here for that. Number 7 is our D for dryer vent. Really great task. It prevents fires and it adds more efficiency to your dryer. So make sure that you get a hose or a brush and you clean your dryer vent. You should be changing the lint trap every single load, but you also want to be cleaning the outside of the vent and inside where you can reach and get the brush down in there and pull out all the debris and vacuum it up. As you see, these 7 tips are so easy. 1 a day, a few minutes a day, and you'll have a jump start on your home maintenance for this year. Now, make sure you subscribe because I always have more money, stress, and time-saving goodies coming. And if you want to tackle a really great project for the spring, it's all about caulking, whether it's your tub, your shower, your windows, your kitchen counters. Make sure that you check out my Caulking 101 course. It's free. It's a free course that has all kinds of content that you can check out at that link above. So make sure you tell me how these tips saved you money, stress, and time. I want to hear from you and know how you are managing your tasks. If you have any questions, be sure to drop a comment below and I will get back to you. So take care, enjoy having a little more daylight in your day because I know how much that makes me happy, and we'll see you next week.